Welcome to the Limitless Landscapers podcast. I'm your host, Paula, and I am here today with Sam from Selby Landscapes down in Bath. And we are going to be sharing with you his journey in landscaping and how he has managed to get off the tools, which I'm sure most of you would like to know how he did it. So let's go to the show. As the founder of the Landscapers Circle and the Limitless Landscapers podcast, I am here to help you get more money, time and freedom to make your life and business truly limitless. Through my experiences as the owner of a garden design and landscaping business and through tried and tested methods, if you want help with the marketing, managing and growing of your business, then you are in the right place. If you are a landscaper, garden designer, horticultural business or a supplier to the industry, be sure to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, let's get back to the show. Hello, Sam. Welcome.
Hey, Paula. How you doing?
Not too bad. So, thanks for coming on the podcast again. You and Dulcie have been on once before, but talking about a slightly different topic today. So, today you are one of my TLC VIP clients. We've been working together for, it feels like ages, probably, I don't know, year?
I reckon a bit more than a year.
Bit more than a year. And you've got to a point now, which is impressive, to the fact that you've actually managed to come off the tools and stay off the tools.
I have.
So far. And it will continue. It will continue.
Still time to change, but yeah.
No, it's not going to change. But I wanted to share, with our listeners, because I expect there's many of them thinking that this is a massive hill to climb. It's not going to happen for them. There's lots of excuses and reasons why people are probably thinking it can't be their reality. So I just wanted to really ask you how you've done it, how you've come to this point and sort of what you do now.
What's the secret?
What is the secret? Because there's got to be some.
So yeah, I've run my business for around about 12 years now and spent the first 3/4 of it, on the tools myself, building all the projects, building up the company reputation. And so, yeah, the things that have changed in the last 4 years, I suppose, is number one is I think my mindset has always been very different to your usual tradesman, typical tradesman mentality, start work at 7, finish at 7, go home, do quotes until midnight, complain about their bad back, do cash hand jobs, all that. I've never really been into that. I love my job. I love landscaping. I love what I do. But I also love my free time and my family and going away and enjoying my life. So yeah, number one for me would be just finding the right people, starting off a few years ago, finding decent people that are good at what they do. So yeah, that was the first step for me, finding skilled landscapers, finding good laborers and people that also want to be in the landscaping industry, because that is something that's been really hard to find, as I'm sure a lot of people will also agree with.
Well, that's the kind of challenge, isn't it, at the moment, with people are struggling to find good people. Yeah,
absolutely. And landscaping has like a very, has a broad range of skills: carpentry, stonemasonry, groundworks, all sorts. So it's tricky to find people that are good at all of those things, and it's tricky to find people that want to stay in that industry. So yeah, I built up a smaller team. I think it got to 4 or 5 of us, and then probably more in the summer months. But I was still, looking at all the jobs, quoting all the jobs, speaking to all the new clients, trying to do the marketing, trying to get new leads. So it was 2 years ago that Dulcie, my wife, came on board as well.
Yay!
After much
persuasion,
begging, yeah, all those things. It was during lockdown because she was furloughed with her other job, so she finally crumbled and came to work for me.
Woo! What a win!
And with that, brought a whole host of other skills that had never been in my business before. So, good sales techniques, good marketing techniques, good accounting techniques, all this stuff, which, I've tried to do as a business owner, but never done particularly well. So she took a lot of that off my hands, which freed my time up considerably.
Yeah.
The third, I suppose, most important person that I've brought on in the last couple of years is another Sam who works for me, who does all our estimating. He's also a garden designer, so he does a lot of the garden design work, and he goes to look at all the jobs. I'll go to consultations sometimes with him, and I'll go to the second consultations once, you know, the client has paid a design fee,
yeah,
and they're looking to move forward with the build. But again, you know, I was spending so much time quoting and pricing work all the time, you know, looking at sometimes up to like 8 to 10 jobs a week, and I wasn't qualifying them either. So
yeah,
I would, you know, when I was on my own, they'd ring my mobile, I'd answer my mobile, I'd say yes, I'll come and look at it regardless of what it was, and then I'd spend the time quoting it. Yeah, which is not a particularly
best use of your time.
Yeah, it's not a productive use of my time. So yeah, now Dulcie will pre-qualify the clients, Sam will go to look at the job and price the work, and then I'm basically more of a project manager nowadays. Yeah. So once the project starts, I'm there on the site with the team, making sure it's all being installed correctly and talking to the client, reassuring the client through the process, and quality control and project management.
Yes. And do you prefer it? Because some people will say, yeah, and I've had quite a lot of conversations around this throughout the years really, that if they did get off the tools, they wouldn't enjoy it because they wouldn't know what to do, and they'd feel like, you know, maybe they had a loss of control. I know you don't feel like that, so.
No, I mean, yeah, for me, I wanted to do that to kind of free up more space in my life as well. I was very good at being stressed all the time and got used to being stressed all the time. And now I don't feel stressed all the time, which is actually really nice. I have time to, you know, to do stuff. And yeah, I still absolutely love my business, and I can be more creative in it than I could do before because I have the time to do it. So I have time for business development stuff. Yeah, I'm not just constantly grafting and, you know, feeling stressed, which is great.
Basically, what most landscapers feel like when they're building their business, and it's always at the beginning, you're building your business, you can't really afford to take people on. You might not have a partner that's happy to, after some persuasion, step in. And it can be a time of running around like a headless chicken, really, feeling constantly stressed and feeling like you're not actually getting anywhere because you've got no time to actually work on anything that will take the business to the next level.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, what I'd say to that is, you know, I think a lot of people do steer away from taking on more people because it's too expensive. But just look at what your company costs to run, and, you know, if you've got work, then you can employ people to do it, and that will free you up time to go and look for more work, and the ball rolls from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know where I was going with that.
Well, it's kind of like looking back, you have to always have an eye on your costs when you're growing your company anyway, cash flow forecast, break even, stuff like that. So, which I'm assuming, did Dulcie get involved with that when she started?
Yeah, absolutely. So she's transformed the accounts. Absolutely. You know, we do running costs for each job now. So we know at the end of each job, we'll review what we've spent on it, what we've earned, where we can make savings next time, what could have been done differently. And that's typically a meeting between me, Sean, who's our top landscaper, and Sam, who does all the pricing. So we'll go through each job after it's finished.
Yeah.
Just to see how we can do better next time.
And does that, some people would say, would that demotivate your staff? Would you find that it actually motivates them to look at a job in a different way?
I find it definitely motivates them. They've got a clearer idea of how the time frame that the job needs to be done in, where to order materials from, you know, how many days on each section of the job, but also it works alongside a bonus scheme for some of them.
Yeah.
So that's a good incentive to kind of stick to the job sheet because it works in their favor.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, you know, cash flow forecasting, absolutely, that's so important, just to see what money you've got coming in 6 months in advance. If you haven't got money coming in, do you need to book in another job for October or November to fill that gap? And how can you find that? And yeah, I think just keeping on top of your numbers, knowing your numbers is the most important thing.
I have to 100% agree with that. And also, I feel the main thing you can get from freeing yourself up from doing the work on the job most of the time. I know you go back for quality control, setup, stuff like that, but from freeing yourself up from a full-time landscaping role gives you much more scope to do work on the business. So to do all that stuff that just gets put on the to-do list every month, year,
Absolutely.
10 years. So all the background stuff that goes into running a business. So you really step into being a business owner rather than being a landscaper with a business.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, in the last couple of years, I've been able to spend a lot more time putting a new website together, getting professional photos taken for all the best gardens, just another bunch of those. And then at the moment, I'm working on kind of training plans for the team going forward, you know, how we can improve our service and our offering to our clients. So
It's really good, isn't it?
Time is precious.
And how do you, I need to ask your theory on this from your perspective. Are you worried about the current economy or crisis as it's, you know, on your business?
Yeah, to a certain degree, there's the uncertainty of what will happen, you know, next year or the year after. But I don't know, as long as I've been landscaping, I've never kind of been short of work. And I think people will always need help with home improvements, whether it's building or landscaping or plumbing, you know, because people can't do that themselves. And, you know, a garden is a good investment for someone. If you, you know, it's an extension of your space, isn't it? It's good for mental health. It's good for, you know, health.
Yep.
So yeah, I think people will always spend money on their gardens. It probably will scale back a bit. We've definitely noticed people being more wary of budgets this year. Last year and the year before, people were just like chucking money at it. This year, people are a bit more, you know, they still want to spend the money, but they want, you know, they want value for money as well.
Does this mean you've changed any element of your like marketing strategy? So going after a different type of client or focusing on a different ideal client?
Not specifically, no, but we're getting more towards design and build clients are our ideal clients. So less of just small works, you know, odd patches in there. But we want the clients that are fully invested to get their garden designed by us and then built with us. Yeah, and I think if a company can offer that, that's a lot more reassuring to the client.
Yeah, it's like a one place for everything rather than
stop shop.
Yeah, well, in a way, I don't like saying that because it sounds like you do everything and, you know, master of none.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack of all trades, master of none. But, you know, from a garden design and landscaping build, they work together in harmony and you can get both.
Yeah.
It's good. So what are your plans for the future then, Sam? Where do you see Selby Landscapes going?
Well, so yeah, my next big project is putting more time into the training scheme for the guys, making sure that everyone's installing to the same standards across different sites, potentially different arms to the business going forward. I don't know what that looks like as yet, whether that's more driveway works or commercial works or, yeah, I'm not exactly sure at the moment. But then, you know, for me, it's a good time for more personal goals as well, you know, buying a house, spending more time with my family.
That's what everyone wants, I swear, it's every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just more time for themselves and their family rather than at work stressed.
Yeah.
You've managed it.
I don't know my goals essentially at the moment.
That's fine, you don't need to share them. Have a think. And just touch on one last point is the mindset. You mentioned it at the beginning. How important is it to get your, what I like to say, mind in the game? So working on your mindset rather than just reacting to everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's crucial. Yeah, there's no, if you're constantly reactive and firefighting all the time, you're not going to have time to do, you know, big serious work tasks that will develop your business further. So yeah, mindset is crucial. You know, believing in yourself, not doubting yourself. It's a destructive mindset to be in. You know, you need positivity and you need to be healthy and, you know, a good balance of work and normal life. And yeah, if you enjoy your job, then it's, you know, then it's great.
Even better.
Yeah. But yeah, mindset is crucial.
100%. Wow. Thank you for coming on this podcast, Sam, to tell us what a success you are in the world of landscaping, getting off the tools. Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Thanks for having me, Paula. It's a pleasure.
No problem. I'll speak to you soon. So that was such a great podcast to have Sam from Selby Landscapes on, just to share how he's actually managed to do what feels like the actual impossible task to do in a landscaping business, particularly if you're in a stage where you're just beginning or you've gone through periods of growth and then also coming back. We have multiple times, but just remember, everyone's on a different journey. So that podcast may trigger you, or it may inspire you. I hope it does the latter. I hope it inspires you to make some changes, to think about your business in a different way, because ultimately the ultimate goal is to spend more time with your family, doing things that you love. There is no fun in running a business and being ultra stressed all the time, because even if you have a super successful business, you're not going to enjoy the success it brings, which is the problem, really. So if you've got any questions, please get in touch. If you are interested in joining TLC as a VIP member or a normal member, then jump onto the wait list. There is a freebie on there for you that can help map out your goals for the rest of the year. And you'll be also first to know when I plan to open the doors, because I do plan to open the doors later on in the year. It will be a very different experience and different membership to what it is at the moment. So there are improvements being made behind the scenes that I'll be really excited, and I am really excited to share with you. If you're starting your own business, or you're a student and you're finishing your garden design course or landscaping course, then we will be launching something for you imminently. So do keep your ears and eyes peeled for that one. Go follow us on Instagram at the Landscapers Circle, and also go check out the TLC website, landscaperscircle.co.uk, because we do have a weekly blog on there to help inspire and motivate you. We have some more information on there. We have the success path, so you can see where your business really sits, and you get some free resources sent to you after you've completed that quiz. And also, yeah, get on the wait list if you are interested in becoming a TLC member, like my friend Sam. So I will see you next week, and that's it from me today. Have a great week, guys.